Yesterday, legendary black actor Yaphet Kotto passed away at 81 years old in the Philippines. Now, many of my younger viewers don't know who Yaphet Kotto is, but as a Gen Xer who grew up with blaxploitation films from the 70s on movies like the African Heritage Movie Network, I became aware of Yaphet Kotto's catalog of films, and after doing some research on this legendary actor, I found out how much of a profound impact he had on the entertainment industry. Now, Yaphet Kotto, like his contemporary Bill Cosby, kicked open a lot of doors for black actors, and he was one of the first black leading men in Hollywood during the late 60s and 70s. And your Yaphet Kotto was the contemporary of a Denzel Washington for this generation, being that lead actor who played those roles that showed that black men could be leaders, black men could be authority figures, and black men could dominate the silver screen. And that was one of the things I liked about watching Yaphet Kotto when he performed, was he was a strong, masculine, black leading man who took no crap from anyone, and whether he played a hero or a villain, he always commanded the screen with presence and authority. Now, your Yaphet Kotto, over the course of his 40-year career, had multiple signature roles, including playing the first black villain in a James Bond movie, Live and Let Die, and he also starred in the 1979 classic horror film Alien. And in addition to those two classic films, he also starred in the Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie The Running Man, and he starred in NBC's Homicide: Life on the Street. But the roles I will always remember Yaphet Kotto for are some of his roles in those classic blaxploitation movies from the 70s. Now, the first movie I remember Yaphet Kotto from was Truck Turner, featuring Isaac Hayes and Nichelle Nichols in a rare villain role, and I remember him fondly from that movie. But the movie I remember him the most fondest of is the movie Friday Foster. And the movie Friday Foster is one that I remember him playing a tough, hard-boiled private investigator alongside Pam Grier, and he was the strong alpha male looking out for Friday Foster and getting her out of numerous jams as she was investigating this case of this pro-black man who was trying to help out the community. So that was a role that I really remember Yaphet Kotto from, because after watching Friday Foster, I realized how positive that film was, because that was one of the few films to really give us a balanced picture of the black community, where we saw black people from all walks of life, and we saw black people from all different experiences in the black experience. Now, this adaptation of the Friday Foster comic was one of, as I see it, one of the best films I've seen from the blaxploitation era, and Yaphet Kotto really made that film go take it to the next level with his fantastic performance as the private investigator helping out Friday Foster. And Yaphet Kotto always, again, was one of the strongest leading men in black Hollywood, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Wesley Snipes or Denzel Washington or Will Smith, because it was Yaphet Kotto who was the, as I see it, the first black leading man in the 60s and the 70s to really show us that a black man could go out here and be the lead in a film, carry the entire story, and command the screen. Your Yaphet Kotto had a major impact on the entertainment industry, because he was, again, what many people he was the hunk of his generation. He was a guy who, again, commanded such strong and commanding presence that you just had to drop everything to watch him. And whether he played heroes, villains or supporting roles, he always stood out strong, and his presence was always radiating off the screen. So whenever you watched Yaphet Kotto, it wasn't just a movie or a TV show, it was a complete experience, and you just weren't disappointed whenever you watched him on screen. Now, I will say that he is going to be greatly missed, and his contributions to film will always be remembered because, as I see it, he was Black Hollywood's first leading man, and he was the leading man who paved the way for another generation of strong black leading men who would go out here and carry movies, and like Denzel Washington, like Wesley Snipes, like Will Smith. And he opened a lot of doors for a lot of black actors, and he was also a great family man, married to his wife and taking care of his 6 children, providing again a positive example of black manhood and black masculinity, and a lot of great, again, positive, he did a lot of great positive things for black people. Now, one of my viewers said that they had lived next to Yaphet Kotto for a while, and he was a great guy. And I'd have to say that he truly was a great man based on what I've seen from his career and from what I've heard from the viewer and many other people. And he will be definitely missed because he had just, again, a significant impact on my generation by playing many of those great positive roles. And he had an impact on the later generations because it opened the door for other brothers to walk through that door, like Wesley Snipes, Will Smith, and Denzel Washington. And he, again, is an icon that many people that of this generation don't know about, but he had a significant impact on my generation and the generation before it. And again, he will be surely missed. And I have to say, we lost a great legend yesterday, and I hope he rests in power, and I hope and thank God that he gets into heaven because he did great work here on earth, and I'm hoping more people will go out here and check out his films to see what a legendary legacy Yaphet Kotto left behind and what a legendary legacy he contributed to the silver screen. We lost a great icon yesterday in Yaphet Kotto, and again, I hope he rests in power, and I hope I send my condolences to his family,